Welcome back, everybody. My name is Natasha and I'm creator of QSI Social. I help real estate agents to create their social media presence and to generate leads with social media. Today I want to talk to you about lead generation. Yes, this topic has been touched upon many times, but what I want to talk to you about is actually cost per lead and how to keep that cost per lead down, and any other factors that sort of drive that cost per lead up and how you can sort of avoid that. Yes, I sort of talked about that topic for, many times. And if you go back to all the videos that I've done, lead generation obviously is number one reason why real estate agents create their social media accounts and keep them and actually be sort of post on social media and run the ads is obviously to generate leads and do the online farming instead of door knocking, or as a complement to their door knocking. Whenever I talk to real estate agents, clients for that matter, or whenever I speak at the conferences or seminars, a lot of the people say that, how much should the cost per lead be? Mine is so X amount of dollars, minus X amount of dollars. How do I make sure that I keep it down and I don't overspend? Well, when we run our ads, and I've noticed sort of a trend. So when it comes with different ads, so when it comes to buyer's ad, our trend is to have it under $5 per lead. When it comes to new pre-construction, it should be six to maximum $9, and the most expensive ads are seller ads. So those are the ones that will sort of have you spending a little bit more per lead. But when you're running your buyer's ad and you are getting cost per lead, which is over $5, it's $7, $9, $10, $15, $20. I've even seen that. That is a little bit too high, which means that there are factors that are sort of playing into that ad that are driving your cost per lead up. So what are those factors when it comes to buyer's ads or any other lead generating ads? Well, first of all, when you start running your ad, make sure that you run your ad when your audience is active. For buyers, it's really 4 days out of the week. For sellers and pre-construction projects, it's pretty much every day. People don't really care when they buy the pre-construction because they're going to move into that house or condo or whatever it is few years down the road. But when it comes to buyers, 4 days out of the week is really what matters. So when it comes to, for example, any ad that you're running, the main thing is to let that run ad until you see your relevance score. What does it mean by relevance score? You have to reach about 500 people, which means that your ad has to appear in about 500 news feeds before your relevance score is determined. Relevance score means that how well does your audience react to your ad or engage with your ad. So if you reach 500 people, but you've got no leads, that means you will see the relevance score number maybe around 4 to 6. If you are getting leads, then your relevance score will be somewhere 8 to 9. If you've seen abundance of leads, that means your relevance score is 10 and you hit it right on. So what do you do to keep that cost per lead down? If you've noticed that your cost per lead is climbing, there's a few things that you should look at. First of all is audience. If your budget per day is about $10 and your audience potential reach, your audience which you're potentially reaching is in the millions, obviously your relevance score is going to be down and your cost per lead is going to be up. Because can you imagine, how many people can you reach with $10 per day? I'm not saying that budget is not good. It is a good budget if you're targeting a smaller audience, a very targeted, segmented audience. So as I always say, audience is one of the major things in your campaign. So if your cost per lead is going up, revisit your audience and see what are the things that you should include, what are the things that you should exclude in your audience. Exclusions could be other real estate agents. Why, if you think about it, why are you spending money reaching other or showing your ad to other real estate agents? That's not your audience. So you should really avoid that and exclude that out of your audience. Also make sure that you're reaching the right target audience, reaching the right geographic audience. Also segment your audience in terms of including some of the interests that your ideal client might possess, and those are first-time home buyers, house hunting, relocating, parents with younger children, preschoolers, newborns, all those people who are potentially might be willing to move now or in the near future. Those are the people who in your audience that you should include, and segment it from, let's just say, 1 million to about 30 to 40 to 50,000. That way your $10 will go further than, you know, spreading yourself thin. That way your cost per lead will go down once you start advertising. The second factor which might drive your cost per lead up is creative, which is your image. Make sure that you don't just go and take an average image with your phone unless you actually get the lighting right and it looks like a really nice professional picture. You know, don't include all the garbage around the house if there might be. You know, make sure that the curb appeal is there. If you are invested into professional photos, use one of those, but make sure that the image that you are putting forward to your target audience is great, is fantastic, crisp, not pixelated. There's nothing blurry, nothing sort of takes their focus away from the property that you're selling. So image could also play into a factor, because if an image is ugly, let's use that word for today, they're gonna just skim through it and go to the next post. And they're not going to see it, which means they're not going to engage with you, which means that your relevance score is going to be low and your cost per lead is going to be high. The third factor that might play into that equation, I would say, is your message. Because the first thing that people see when they look at any post is image, headline, and then text. Okay, so if your image is great, your headline is lacking, and there's really nothing in the text, then they're just going to go through because they don't understand what this image has to do with anything that they're looking at. Obviously, your text has to be eye-catchy, it has to be to the point, and there should be a little story told towards the ideal client that you're trying to target. So make sure that you don't just copy whatever you have on your MLS listing, but really take a little bit of time to write out sellable features of that property or of that pre-construction project, or something, a little nice message to attract sellers. So list, whether it's a buyer's ad, list all the features that your ideal client that you think this house or this property is good for, what they might be looking for, whether that would be great schools in the area, whether that would be 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, or whether that would be a potential income property in the basement. All those little things do matter to that ideal client, and really sort of tell a story to that client. So when they see the image and they see the text and they see the headline, all of this fits together, they will press on that button, learn more, sign up, and they will leave you their information in the form of a phone number, email, first name, last name. So all those factors together will bring your relevance score up and a cost per lead down. So I just quickly went through 3 factors that might play into your lead generation campaign and a cost per lead. If you are interested, we do have a guide that you can actually download. If you click on the link right below this video, it's a Facebook advertising guide that we have for you. And obviously visit our website, qsisocial.com, for much more information in terms of blog posts and videos and everything else. So I would like your comments on this video. Please subscribe to our channel because we have more videos coming your way, and obviously share it with your friends. Thank you very much, guys, and you guys have a great day.